If the idea is the soul of the film, then the script is the backbone. It's the foundation on which everything else gets built on top of. The first version of any screenplay is the most ambitious, it's the most raw. You don't think about any limitations when it comes to the practicality of actually making it. I look at the outline, I see the beginning and the end of the story, and then you start building in between. You see what key moments happen that drive the story forward. Next, what I like to do is I like to do a second draft all from memory. This is just focusing on what's the most important part of the screenplay. What's the most important parts of the story? What has stuck with you the most? Those moments in films that are special and you remember very vividly. So now that we know that, we can compare it with the first version, and that's where the third version is made, where you compare what you remembered to what you're missing. You see what's needed, you see what you like better from both versions, and you kind of pick and choose. Next, for the fourth version, normally what I like to do is once again read over, revise, see if there's any final changes I'd like to make to the screenplay, any lines of dialogue I want to update, any things I feel like the characters should do that I should write down, just to finally clean it up. Next, with the fifth version of most screenplays, what I like to do is I like to leave it after the fourth, then start storyboarding. As I start storyboarding or video boarding, which will be talked about in the next video, that's where you get more of an understanding of the visual aspect of it. Obviously, while you're writing the screenplay, you're thinking about it in the back of your mind, but here, once you see it, you're able to write more detail into the script. Although, a screenplay should be pretty bare bones. However, if you're a writer and director such as myself, you can get away with it. For Detective Dante's Standoff, we had about 5 different versions. I used my process for the first 3. Then I decided to make a very large rewrite for the 4th version. I realized that there was no feasibility to film with the number of characters we had in the original version of the screenplay, realistically with the timeline we had to get it done. Now, as I'm filming this, the screenplay is locked and storyboarding is about to commence. However, there is always room for editing. Steven Spielberg said that the screenplay isn't completed until you finish filming. There might always be a new idea that comes up and you don't want to lock yourself away from it. However, it's important to stick to your guns. If you feel confident about a screenplay, you need to stick to that and use it. Any more ideas that can enhance it further, throw them in. Just don't throw yourself off course and don't get lost in the way. Alright, up next we're going to be talking about storyboarding and pre-production.